2025 Topps Finest WWE pre-orders are officially here, and here's everything that you need to know with this upcoming set release. Now, this video here is obviously the day after the EQL, so let this be your sign here that if you guys are not following me over on my other social media platform, that being, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it these days, Instagram, TikTok, I do real life up to date, trading card content when it comes to wrestling specifically, because sometimes I don't have the time and space to, sit down, make an in-depth video like this here, just talking about a set release. So again, make sure you guys are following the other social media platforms so you guys can stay up to date as far as what is being released and what has been announced. Because in this video here, we're going to cover everything here after the EQL has officially wrapped, what the boxes went for, what you can expect within a box, the case hits. We don't have a checklist yet, so there's not much superstars here that we can talk about, but that will be another video. So make sure you are subscribing and liking the video if you guys like the in-depth analysis. So we're going to cover everything here, what we know so far. So again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you are liking, subscribing. The push to 1,000 subscribers is real. I believe we're hovering around the 780-ish mark. So if you guys haven't yet, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, because that shows me here that you guys want to see this more sit-down type content, and it definitely motivates me more to make content for you guys. So if you guys want to see that moving forward, again, make sure you are subscribing to the channel. But all that being said, let's dive into what happened after the EQL and what I'm going to be doing with the set moving forward. So here we go. The Topps EQL was officially today. Again, I'm recording this on September 2nd. You're watching this on September 3rd. But this was officially announced here today by Topps. We had some other orders here, other releases. We got 2025 Topps Chrome SpongeBob, but that actually looks like a very fun set. But what we're really here for is 2025 Topps Finest WWE. So you see here, the hobby boxes went for $259. We have 10 cards per pack, 6 packs per box. Now, again, if you guys follow my other social media platforms, I made a little bit of a video here, a short video, kind of talking about what to expect with these price points, and that's kind of what I thought these boxes would be. I was a little worried they were going to be about the same price of Topps Chrome Cactus Jack, which that was around $400 in the secondary, or I'm sorry, $400 pre-order, about $450 when it officially dropped, which was this past Friday. So I thought maybe they will be around that price here, because obviously Topps is trying to capitalize, how much movement is on the WWE card market right now, and they want to capitalize, max gains and max profits. But $250 here, not too shabby. And with these packs content, you do get 2 autographs per box. So again, a little bit different from Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack, you're not guaranteed an autograph per box. This one here, so we're going from 0 to 2 real quick. So that also was having me under the assumptions that potentially, where we're going to see maybe a $300 to $350 box. So the fact that it was at $259, that was an encouraging sign. So with that, I did go ahead there and go for the EQL, but I unfortunately was not selected for the EQL. I went for 1 hobby box. That's, mainly what I try to stomach here, just so I can make, content for you guys. I did it with Topps Chrome, skipped out on Sapphire. Obviously, I would love to do it for Cactus Jack, but that's just too expensive here. And it's obviously, as much as I would love to make content for you guys, ripping a whole hobby box for that just doesn't fit the budget. So went for the EQL for this. Unfortunately, was not selected. It's late when I'm recording this video here. From what I've seen on Twitter, a lot of, personnel or, direct, just sole consumers haven't really hit these boxes as far as right now. It looks like a lot of them were, obviously we know the way how Topps distributes these boxes. That's another video for a different time. But yeah, again, I struck on the box here. But now let's go ahead and take a look at the secondary of what these boxes are already doing on the secondary marketplace. So this is courtesy of eBay. These boxes here are already going from anywhere from $300 to about $400, give or take. There's only a couple of them here listed. Actually, more than a couple. There's only a few when I loaded up the screen here. So you see here, we got cases, we got boxes, the single boxes here. So it's around, again, between, anywhere higher than 400. That is where we're seeing here. I believe there's one completed sale. That was the best offer. So this is what you can expect here, on the secondary marketplace. I'm pretty sure when Topps officially drops this here on September 26th, we're probably going to see this price here from Topps, because obviously Topps like to try to, again, maximize their profits. So we're probably going to see this price here. So if you struggle on the EQL and you're trying to get directly from Topps, I would expect this price to be, what you're paying. Maybe not $400, maybe a little bit closer than that, maybe $350 like we just talked about. So, but yeah, these are what the boxes are going for right now. Obviously, it's about 1.5, 2x from the retail price. Doesn't surprise me. Again, as long as we're not seeing $500 or $600 boxes, that's something again that I cannot stomach. That is just very expensive for sealed wax. Again, that's the nature of the market around, nature of the hobby where we're at right now. So it wouldn't surprise me if it goes to that route. But yeah, I think it's pretty encouraging that these boxes are, something that maybe, an average consumer can maybe get. I am a little bit disappointed, though. I will say that there is no retail formats as far as of right now that I'm aware of. UFC had Topps Finest mega boxes and blaster boxes, but unfortunately here that's not hitting the WWE market. So that is a little bit disappointing because, again, I understand, someone, may not want to stomach $300 to $400 for a hobby box. I know for myself it's very difficult as well. So I wish we would have had that here. That would have been made for some awesome content to bring to you guys, but unfortunately it doesn't look like that is the case. But yeah, that's what we have so far as the secondary marketplace. I'll be covering more of these boxes when they do officially sell. But with these boxes here, now that you know that the EQL went for $259, and now that you know that boxes in the secondary marketplace are around $400 give or take, let's go ahead and dive deep into what we know so far about the set release, and this is something that you should potentially look into purchasing. So this is courtesy of the Topps article, where every article that I've shown here or every link will be linked down below. So if you guys want to check this out for yourself, I highly encourage you to do that. Because I also do want to preface here, this is not meant to be taken as financial advice. I am not telling you to go out and buy cases and cases of this or boxes of boxes. I'm not telling you that. This is not meant to be taken as financial advice. So please do your own research if you're looking to purchase, a couple of boxes for yourself, content, or potentially going to buy into breaks, which we'll talk about that maybe in a different video. So this is courtesy once again here of Topps. I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller here so you guys can actually read the article with me. So let's go ahead and take a look at it here. So it talks about here, what the Topps Finest set is. So it is going to be a 300 card base set. Now I did make another video here again on a short format of what, there's different parallels. There's going to be rare, uncommons, commons, and die cuts, and there are going to all have different styles of that card. Obviously, if you're ripped Finest before, it does tell you on the back of the card what type of rarity that you have. So please do be careful with that if you do dive deep into rips or buying singles, because a common CM Punk is not going to be worth as much as a rare CM Punk, but rare CM Punk card. But you don't want to make sure that you're not listing a rare CM Punk card for a common price, because obviously the rare is going to be a little bit more expensive than a common uncommon. So just make sure you do keep that in mind. And I'll put a graphic here right now to kind of show the different varieties of those. You can kind of see a die cut. Obviously, you're going to be able to tell what a die cut is. But a common, it's going to just have the full-on, design. Uncommon is going to have half of the steel cage and a little bit more spray paint in the background. And then the rare is going to have still the same half with spray paint with the attitude on it. So just make sure you do keep that in mind here. Again, the back of the card is going to tell you what rarity you have. So if you can't remember, just do, check the back of the card. It's kind of like if you ripped into 2024 or any type of select product. That's basically what this is. So it dives then into inserts here. So it has show stompers inspired the model design to Finest basketball, spotlighting superstars who own the main stage, intimidators here. So you can see here they're going back to a lot of the lineage of Topps Finest. Topps Finest is one of the older top sets, so it is pretty cool that they're going back and playing homage to those sets. And then we have finishers here, and they got a little sneak peek here. We're going to take a look at a lot of the sneak peeks that came out. We have the turn, so legendary heel turns that attract audiences. I'm pretty sure, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we get a John Cena heel turn. You're going to have your own opinion about the heel turn, but there's no denying, what that moment meant to a lot of people. So hopefully we get a John Cena card that have just like the stare face here. I think that would be pretty sick. Then we have full segment capturing unforgettable on-air WWE moments. Again, we'll take a look here at that. And then here we got the case hit chase. So we got dark energy. These are more of like your supernatural type characters, supernatural type superstars. That's a very sick insert. We're going to take a look at some of those right now. Then we have double exposure, a striking new look that merges portrait photography with superstar's persona or nickname. And then a new one here, this is going to be a new one here, the Ula Fallen. So beginning of a Finest living set featuring members of the Samoan bloodline, headlined by the names of The Rock and Roman Reigns. So that is going to be very sick. And like we talked about here, we are expecting some on-card autographs. So we got Finest moment signatures here. Again, spotlighting defining career moments. So here got Liv Morgan when she won Queen of the Ring. Then we got Masters autographs here, adapted from the cutting edge look of Finest basketball. Again, paying lineage here and homage to those previous sets. And then we got new here, the Finest, a fresh design reserved for WWE's biggest legends and icons, highlighted by Stone Cold Steve Austin. And it kind of goes into, if you want to go look into more into that. So yeah, that's what we can expect here as far as of inserts and parallels, things of that nature. But now let's take a look here at the sneak peeks, and get a closer look here at the sneak peeks and get my overall thoughts on that as well. So here are all the inserts here and parallels and things of that nature that... So here are all the inserts here that we can expect in Topps Finest, along with probably going to be the biggest chase in the set, that being the Finest Superfractor 101 with Rhea Ripley, with the inscription "Mommy is always on top." There are going to be inscription autos coming back to the set like we saw with Topps Chrome and Topps Chrome Cactus Jack. So this here is going to be one of the bigger chases in this set. and there's going to be a lot of them here. So we got Chelsea Green here, Pledge Your Allegiance. That's a nice one there. So going into the comments here, this is the base cards designs, which is what I was just previously talking about and what I shown in the graphic here. So again, this is your common, this is your uncommon, and then this is your rare. So again, you can kind of see the differences there. We got some on-card autos here of Finest, again, kind of staying with that spray paint feel. I personally like the spray paint. I know some people are indifferent to the design. Everybody's going to have their own opinion, and that's okay. To me, I like them. They're okay. I think they're one of the better designs here that we've seen so far. So again, we have the Chelsea Green. We have the Dirty Dom with the inscription Dirty. There's the Rhea Ripley that we just talked about. There's the Stone Cold. Probably one of the cooler ones here is this Superstar Rivalry, which is Triple H and Shawn Michaels. What's even cooler about this here is that they obviously paid homage to the render photos. So it's obviously not just like random, photos from Triple H or Shawn Michaels. Those are photos here and render images that set up that that figure that you see, if you can see it on screen, like 2002, 2003 Triple H and Shawn Michaels. So that's going to be a big chase here. And these are all on card autographs. I don't know if I failed to mention that. So all on card. Going back to the Masters, there's a CM Punk here with the inscription Best in the World. There's the Io Sky with the Japanese inscription there, so that's a nice one there as well. Show Legends here, we got Tiffany Stratton. Again, going back to the Superstar Rivalries here, we got Triple H and Randy Orton. Again, that's peak heel Randy Orton, so that's a nice one there. We got Finest Moments here, Liv Morgan. There's the full segment here, so you see here Miz with the Miz TV. I'm not too sure what this one is here, but we got one of Batista. Then we got here again the finishers. That's like the die cut here. And that's what the die cuts are going to look like. And then here going to the Dark Energy here again. This is what I was talking about here with the supernatural superstars here. So we got the Undertaker. Then we got here this Randy Orton doing an RKO. Going back to Supernatural here, we got Mankind, Paul Bearer, Demon Finn Balor, Kane, Papa Shango. We got Jake the Snake Roberts, and probably my biggest chases here, what I'm going to be hoping for to get, if I buy a box or if I'm buying into break spots here, it's going to be the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and the Wyatt 6. You guys know that I do PC, Bray Wyatt, and the Wyatt 6. So hopefully these can find home to my little case back here. Those will look really, really nice. And then here we got the Boogeyman, and this is the box design art, if you guys didn't see it here. So again, this card sale blowout hasn't really updated here as far as right now. Again, like I talked about, it is going to be coming September 26th. So make sure you are staying tuned for that if you guys are going to be looking for a box and want to buy directly from Topps. But if not, again, you guys can go purchase these boxes here on the secondary marketplace as courtesy of eBay as far as right now. Yeah, I think Topps Finest is going to be a very fun set here. I'm definitely going to keep my eye out here to see, what these boxes do at my local hobby stores, to see maybe if these boxes go down potentially. Obviously, Cactus Jack is out right now, so I don't know if this is going to bring some stability to the market. You really don't know with these types of things. You kind of have to let the market and see what's going to happen. That's definitely going to be my strategy as far as of right now. Obviously going to keep an eye out for some singles and breaks for sure and see how that treats me. And hopefully, we're able to, if the price is right, can get my hands on a box so I can rip it for you guys, so you guys can actually see cards in hand and see if these boxes are worth, stomaching, $300 to $400 for a hobby box. But overall, it looks like a fun set. I've been a big fan of Topps Finest when it comes to baseball. If you guys know the deep lore of my channel, you guys know I started off with baseball card content. So, and I still do rip, I just don't make the content for it. So I'm a big fan of Topps Finest baseball. So the fact that Topps Finest is following back to WWE, obviously, yes, they had it in 21 when Topps originally had the license. So the fact that it came back, very, very exciting. Again, the Dark Energy cards here, a lot of the parallels and inserts that we know about so far are going to be some really, really nice looking cards. I'm curious to see what that Ula Falls and look like. That's going to be one of the bigger chases as well. I think these Dark Energy cards as well are going to be the biggest chases in the set. But what do you guys think about Topps Finest WWE? Did you guys go for the EQL? Did you guys buy a box right in the secondary marketplace? What were your results with Topps Finest WWE? Sound off in the comments down below. And of course, if you guys want to see more on the sit down here, want to see breakdowns of sets, checklists, things of that nature, please make sure you are liking and subscribing to the channel. That does show me that you guys want to see that type of content and motivates me to make this content here for you guys. So again, if you guys enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.